Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing? Welcome back to Storytime Live. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you're okay. I hope that you had a lovely break. If you were on break, indeed, I hope that you've had a wonderful time, maybe with family, right? Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime today, or maybe with friends. Why not? Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Glad to be back live, and of course missed you all so dearly, but glad to be back here. And we do have an exciting lineup this week as we continue to share stories here on Storytime, and of course celebrate all creators out there, whether indie published or indeed traditionally published, as it may be. But thank you so much for being here. And this week in particular, we're highlighting books from authors or creators that will be participating in the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair, the seventh one, 7 years running, that will be happening on Saturday, December 9th. Not this Saturday, Saturday, December 9th at Emerson Elementary in Oakland. Yes, because there is an Emerson Elementary in Berkeley, but we're at Emerson Elementary in Oakland. So please come and join us out there for lots of fun. This is happening, and this year the fair is in conjunction with the Emerson Elementary Oakland PTA, and it will be also, it will double as a fundraiser for Emerson Elementary. So come on out and support if you can, or indeed share with your friends wherever they are here in the Bay, so maybe they may come out too if they're able to come and support. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Excited for that is happening, but of course too excited for this wonderful lineup that we have this week. We're kicking off today with FURQAN'S First Flat, written and illustrated by Robert Liu-TRUJILLO. And then of course we do have amazing books that will be coming up. We have A's for Activists by Innocent Nagara, and then we will of course have Robert Chihiro, and you again be bringing us One of a Kind Like Me, and that one will be coming up, and it is written by Lauren Mayeno and translation by Teresa Mlawa. So I'm excited to bring back that one here to Storytime. And then guess who's back? Ruby's Reunion Day Dinner. Angela Darton and Justenia Sutherland bring us that one, and then we round off the week with one from Alejandra Domenzain, and that one is called For All Para Todos, and it is illustrated by Catherine Law. So that's the lineup for this week, and look forward to more books from the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair that will be coming to you next week as well. Thank you so much for joining in. Please let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. So good to see you here, and excited to share this one with you. FURQAN'S First Flat Top. Do you remember your first haircut? Well, let's find out what happened here with FURQAN. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Let us see who is with us this morning. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Owen out in Massachusetts. New handle, I see, Owen. Thank you so much for joining in here on Storytime. Glad to be back together. Thank you for joining us, and I hope that you are well. I've been seeing some footage and videos and pictures from friends who are out near you, and it seems like it's been snowing, and yeah, so I hope that you're staying warm. I hope I remember, I think Christine said that's the weather that she likes, so I hope that you're all loving it and enjoying it, and doing all your cold weather things that you do. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Good to be back. Owen out in Massachusetts. And of course, always we're going to send love to you, Miles, as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Good morning to you. How are you doing today, Megan? And you're saying it is cold, it is rainy out there in Kentucky. Grammy is here today, and we're glad you're back. Well, glad to be back. Of course, Ari, thank you so much. Hugs to you. Not forgetting, thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Kathy, good morning to you. Yes, morning ingredients. Back, I think we're back together. We're back together. Let's mix it up for sure. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Ooh, I hope you're okay. How far was it from you? I hope it wasn't too bad there. Or was it a fire, as in you lit a fire that was controlled that you were enjoying the heat of? Please clarify. Thank you so much for joining in here on Storytime. And yeah, glad that you're here with us today on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. And as I'm reading that again, and I'm hoping that it is you had a fire maybe in the backyard or on the chimney or somewhere where you had control of it. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. We are reading this one called FURQAN'S First Flat Top, and it is a bilingual book, Spanish and oh yeah, okay, yes. That's it. That's the way to go. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for putting my mind at ease too. Thank you indeed for joining in Storytime. Please get ready, get comfortable, get cozy. I don't know if we can get any cozier than s'mores, and I hope that you enjoyed them, and I hope that you enjoyed the story too. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Fun all around. Here we go. FURQAN'S First Flat Top. I'll be right back after this short break. Thank you so much for joining us today, and yeah, excited to be back. Good to be back here with you.
Hey, this is Timothy Goodspeed of the Soapbox Salute. I'm the one who wrote Storytime's theme song. If you'd like to hear more of my protest folk music, you can check out the links below on Instagram or at my website. You are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you so much, Timothy Dixon. The Soapbox Salute, of course, bringing us the Storytime theme song. And we'll be performing at the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair. So come on out and join us. And of course, if you're not near us, remember too that we will be streaming that live to you. So be sure to catch us if there's any time that allows for you. Thank you for being here. I'm excited for it. The Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair happening at Emerson Elementary on December 9th. And we'll have lots and lots of creators, including this one right here, Robert Liu-TRUJILLO. And we kick off this week with FURQAN'S First Flat Top. Are you ready? All right, here we go. And I must say too that this one, I did say it's a bilingual Spanish and English book, and it is translated by Cynthia Munoz. Here we go. Here we go. FURQAN'S First Flat Top, written and illustrated by Robert Liu-TRUJILLO, and translated into Spanish by Cynthia Munoz. And we're reading this one with permission of Robert Liu-TRUJILLO and Combien Books. I love this dedication to my son, Zaha Tushuna. Thank you for your smile, your laughter, your love, and the stories you've inspired in me. Don't forget to always use your imagination. I love you. I think that goes to every one of us, right? To you, thank you for your smile, your laughter, your love, and the stories you have inspired in me. Don't forget to always use your imagination. I love you. Yes. My name is Furkan Moreno. I am 10 years old and I've always had real curly hair. My mama and daddy let me grow my hair out as long as I want. I just have to comb it. But I decided I want to cut my hair a different way. What are you gonna do? Yeah, my name is Furkan Moreno. I'm 10 years old and I've always had real curly hair. My mama and daddy let me grow my hair out as long as I want. I just have to comb it. But I decided I want to cut my hair a different way. What will it be? I'm excited for you. Daddy, I asked. Yes, baby, said Daddy. Remember the way Marcus got his haircut last year? Talking through toothpaste, Daddy mumbled. Yeah, that's called a flat top. I want to cut my hair like that. Can we go do that today? I asked. Oh, if I can get a flat top. My daddy said we could go, so we took the number 14 bus to Mr. Wallace's barber shop. It's the closest barber shop to our house. What's the closest barber shop to your house? Where do you go? Yeah, my barber shop is called the HQ, the headquarters. I like it. Big up to you, Tony. Tony is my barber. My daddy said we could go, so we took the number 14 bus to Mr. Wallace's barber shop. It's the closest barber shop to our house. Once we got inside, there's a whole bunch of people talking. There's a whole bunch of people talking. Things on the wall, the floor, the tables, and lots of people waiting to get their haircut. Maybe they were getting flat tops too. Maybe. Yeah. Once we get inside, there's a whole bunch of people talking. Things on the wall, the floor, the tables, and lots of people waiting to get their haircut. Maybe they were getting flat tops too. Maybe. Does your barber shop look like that too? Or is it different? What is the same and what is different? When it was my turn, I looked at all the stuff Mr. Wallace had. He had all kinds of tools on his table, some of them for cutting hair, and some I couldn't tell what they were for. Oh. Yeah, when it was my turn, I looked at all the stuff Mr. Wallace had, and all the things Mr. Wallace had. He had all kinds of tools on his table, some of them for cutting hair, and some, well, I couldn't tell what they were for. I'm with you, Furkan. I am with you. There are times I'm like, what is that for? I want to get a flat top, I told Mr. Wallace. But I was still a bit nervous about how to get it cut. So I asked him to show me some pictures of people's hairstyles. I pointed to the style I liked. As he began cutting, I started to imagine how it would look. Which one do you think Furkan is going to get? Oh, different kinds Then I asked Dad, Daddy, but what if my hair comes out flat, like the drum Baba Shola plays in dance class? Won't that look kind of weird? Furkan, don't we both love the way your teacher's drum sounds? It will look cool, trust me, Daddy said, nodding his head. Aw. It'll be okay, Furkan, it'll be okay. What if my hair comes out flat like the drum Baba Shola plays in dance class? Wouldn't that look kind of weird? But what if my hair looks flat like the pancakes we had for breakfast this morning, Dad? I pleaded. Ah, my dad said, waving his hand. Oh, pancakes are great. And yes, they are flat. But your hair won't look or smell like pancakes, boy. What if my hair looks like the pancakes we had for breakfast? Don't worry, it'll be nothing. It'll be nothing like that. At Abuelita's house on Saturdays, we make tortillas flat with our hands, I said. Dad whispered, tortillas. Will my hair look flat like that? I asked. Tortillas are yummy, but no, it won't, my dad responded. Your hair will not look like tortillas, Furkan. Oh. Daddy, remember that time we tried to bake a cake? It started out all puffy, then it got flat. Will that happen to my hair? I asked. No, baby, it will look better than that. It will look real fresh. Trust me, Daddy said. Yeah. Will it be flat like the cake we tried baking one time? No, no, no. It'll look real fresh. I like that. Okay, well, what if it looks like Cousin Mary's skateboard? I don't want anyone stepping on my head, I said. I guess her skateboard is almost flat, but she's always moving and laughing just like you. Don't worry, said Daddy. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, Furkan. You know how when you put them records on the machine? I asked. You mean the turntable? Asked Daddy. Yeah, what if my head looks flat like a record? I said. Your head would have to be pretty big to look like a record, boy. It will look just fine, Daddy reassured me. What if my head looks like a record? While I was thinking of flat stuff, the barber almost finished cutting my hair. I felt kind of funny when I leaned forward or turned my head. Mr. Wallace asked if I wanted designs like the Shakur twins had. I told him, yeah. So he made all kinds of patterns and then said, Mr. Wallace asked if I wanted designs like the Shakur twins had. I told him, yeah. So he made all kinds of patterns and then said, your first flat top is done, Furkan. Oh, doesn't that look cool? I looked in the mirror, smiled, and threw my head up like I won a contest because it does look fresh. first flat top is done. The next day when I got to school, my friends were so surprised at my new haircut. Some kids even looked at me funny, but mostly everybody liked it. Ah, you look great, Furkan. You look great. I told Daddy about my first day back at school, and he said, I told you it would look good, didn't I? I thanked my dad again for taking me to cut my hair different. And that is how I got my first flat top. Ah. Yes, indeed. Ah. Love it. And that is the end of our story for today. And there's our author. Of course, you can get to meet him at the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair. Robert Liu-TRUJILLO will be there and is part of the organizing team as well. So come on out, get some signed books, and of course, get to meet Rob and all the other creators that will be there with us. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed that journey with Furkan. Furkan's First Flat Top, written and illustrated by Robert Liu-TRUJILLO. And this one is translated by Cynthia Munoz. And we were reading it with permission of Robert Liu-TRUJILLO and Combien Books. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. I'll catch you on the other side of this short break when we're back for more Storytime.
Hey everyone, it's Tiffany Golden, author of I Want to Be Big and Wash Day. And you are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you. And guess what? Tiffany Golden will be there too at the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair. So come on out. The fun will be happening at Emerson Elementary School out there in Oakland, out here in Oakland, and it will be on December 9th. So come on out. Lots of great things to do. Some of them are not even listed there, but we can get to meet authors, illustrators. Storytelling will be happening. We will be reading stories. I'll be there emceeing the event and, of course, reading stories. And many organizations will be joining us out there too, like Chapter 510 will be there. So come on out and join us. And then, of course, there'll be the bike blender. Come on and make your own drinks. Why not? And, of course, we'll have music from the Softbox Salute. Timothy Dixon will be there. Then there'll be lots and lots of booksellers as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Glad we're here together and always excited. And like we mentioned earlier, books this week will be from all creators that will be participating in the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair. And I hope that you enjoyed the first one that we had for you, FURQAN'S First Flat Top. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Thank you for joining us again. Good morning to you, Marietta. How are you doing today? And you're saying from sunny Harvard, Massachusetts. Henry, homesick today, but happy to be tuning in. You know, this is that the catch-22 I always have, right? I love having you all here for the live. I know, Henry, you're not feeling well, but of course, selfishly glad that you're here with us here today live on Storytime. Feel better, continue feeling better. I hope that you have some yummy soup or something that will make you feel better quicker. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Marietta and Henry joining us out there in sunny Harvard. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. And I hope that you had a lovely weekend. And, here, Owen and out there, Kristen, Miles, and of course, Matt, having a wonderful time. S'mores. Oh, I'm so jealous. I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you for sharing. And good to know you had fun. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Kathy, thank you indeed. The morning ingredients. We're here all together. We have a lovely book to share and, of course, in community together. Why not? I've missed this so much. Good to be back, but it was also wonderful to have some downtime, rest a little bit last week. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Ari and Megan, thank you for joining us out there in Kentucky. And you're saying it is rainy out where you are, but you're all together. Love it. Hugs to all of you. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. And of course, I hope that you can join us again tomorrow when we're back with another book from another featured artist, and this one is Innocento Nagara, will be there at the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair, and this one is called A is for Activist. We'll be reading that one tomorrow, so come on in and join us, and I hope you can catch us live. And remember too, if you miss Storytime Live, remember that you can always catch the recordings at storytimewithmrlimada.com, at Storytime with Mr. Limada, right here on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. A is for Activist is coming up for you tomorrow. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime on this wonderful Monday morning. I hope it is indeed a good one for you as well. Good to be back here live with you, sending you lots and lots of hugs. Thank you for being here, friends. I hope that you had a wonderful time. One more time, Owen, thank you for joining us here. And of course, you're out there in Massachusetts. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Ari and Megan, thank you for joining us here on Storytime. Kathy, thank you for being here as well. We hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. And then, of course, Marietta and Henry, thank you for joining us here on Storytime. And Henry, we wish you all the best. Hope you feel better soon, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Oh my goodness, do not forget, spread the word. Let your friends know that the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair is happening on December 9th at Emerson Elementary in Oakland, and that will be happening from 12 to 3. So if you can make it at any time, please come on out and join us. Come and have fun with us, and let your friends know, let your friends' friends know that things will be happening at Emerson Elementary. The Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair Edition 7 will be happening. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. And of course, looking forward to catching you again tomorrow. Much love from me. Big, big hugs to each and every one of you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Whoa. Story time. Story time with Mr. Limada. He will be starting soon. Oh. Story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing